Yo, this your boy Tonio coming through another episode of Backyard Comedy. As always, I got my boy, Skeezy, baby. Please say the motherfucking baby.
Yeah, you already know that.
If that really do I got right here beside me.
Really down here in the flesh and the spirit, bro. What's up?
I'm your boy, Vocus 26. We coming to you with another episode, as always. And we're gonna do a recap of last episode. We had Crystal, she came through. We talked about respect, because we sent a post on Facebook where it says like the dude be pretty much beating on women and no control factor, but it's not. It's just a sign of RESPECT.
That's right. They don't understand.
You know, so on this episode, I got my boys right here. You know, the regular crew, and we're gonna tap in on this. We're gonna tap in on a family household versus a single household. That's how I worded it.
Nah, that ain't how you said it.
Parent,
but put it together.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Parents stand together versus a broken home. Mm-hmm. And I seen that on Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shay Shay just got hemmed up in the video, trying to come out there. He done got hard about it. You know what I'm saying? They said it won't him, but then come out and say it was.
You know,
but he had Marlon Wayans on the show, and Marlon was talking about, parents staying together versus a broken home.
My daddy raised kings. You know, we are successful because we was raised right. We had a mother that loved us and a father that protected us and respected, and we had something to answer to besides them, God. My parents did a great job. How do you get all these successful children? My parents did a great job. I am a man. My brothers are men. My father raised good men. My mother raised good women and good men. And we take pride in our family. We grew up poor. I wouldn't take back my childhood for nothing. As hard as it was, you know what we had? We had love. Mm-hmm. And when children have love and they have that security, and I had something that a lot of people on my block didn't have. I had a mother that cared for us, and I had a father. The importance of a father, a man that is there. There was times I'd be like, nigga, why don't you leave? My mama cursed this Negro out every day. I thought my father's name was motherfucker till I was like 9 years old.
So I thought that'd be something that we all could talk about, because we done been through, sunshine and rain, heartache and pains. So parents stand together versus a broken home. I'm gonna start off with you, dude. What you feel about that?
It all depends on what you call broken. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could say that just because of the split, that's broken. Mm-hmm. To me, I feel like as long as the household has love in it, man, like, it's not broken. It can never be broken. Because my mom was never with my dad in that, in that aspect. Yeah. And I wouldn't classify myself as being from a broken home. It all is.
Well, for myself, I would say, shout out my parents, first of all. Mm-hmm. You did the best you could with what you had. I get that. Mm-hmm. But I went from a quote-unquote broken home with a single mother. But the thing about it, I had my grandparents, I had my uncles, I had a house full of niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I went to somewhere else to stay that was worse off than where I was already at. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what is the definition? What is the broken home? Is the broken home being that the parents are not together? Because I done seen incidents where they needed to split up.
Yeah.
Them staying together was the broken home.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So what is the actual definition that people are declaring as being an actual broken home?
Well, let's look it up.
Come on, Skeezy. Come on, Pastor.
We know what is declared as a broken home is when the two parents are no longer together or in the household together.
Okay.
And it's only one parent there to raise the kids.
Okay.
That's considered a broken home.
Considered, though.
That's a broken home.
Okay, so what about in the instance, like I was saying, the parents are together and it's fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the kids see it, and the kids see it.
Yeah.
And what happens in that situation?
That's not considered a broken home, but considered a what you call terrible environment.
Bad environment.
Yeah. It's a terrible environment.
Okay.
So it's still a home. Mm-hmm. Right?
You still got the mother and the father in the home.
You can still work on that home while it's together.
Yeah.
You can't work on a home unless it's together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's a broken home, can't be worked on.
Yeah, I get that.
Unless you put it back together.
Yeah, both of them. Well, I think you got to bring both of those people back together.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but
go ahead. I got something I want to say too. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I will say this. There's oftentimes, and it happened a lot when we were growing up, where our parents, where we had men to step up and raise kids that wasn't theirs.
Boy,
That's
you
what
know
I'm
I'm
gonna
about
get
to go with this one.
And with that created a home.
Right.
That no longer the home was broken because now the mother found a
Somebody to
man.
make it full.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he's taking care of the kids like it's his own. So now
Yeah.
it's a home. It's a family again.
So before I say what I want to say, we gotta look at this thing from both aspects, because I done been in a predicament where the woman created a broken home. If I put it out there, you know, I have been a guy to step up, and like you just said, I have stepped up and been there and stood in that void for the kids and was still shunned.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I have dealt with that.
You crazy.
You know.
leaving out your situation.
I mean, real talk though. But I have done that. I take care of a girl right now that's my daughter, but she's not my daughter.
Right.
I've been taking care of her since she was born. She come and stay with me just like the rest of them. You feel what I'm saying? So I get that. A lot of people don't step up to that. But when that fails, how is that looked about too? You feel what I'm saying? When a man step in there and he just, oh, fuck it, I found somebody else, I ain't blah 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 going on, and it's man after man after man, or woman after woman after woman filling in that void. What is that talking about? Repairing and destroying. Be repairing and destroying the home. How is that looked upon?
Well, that say something about that person themselves. You know what I'm saying? They got to work on themselves. They keep letting Tom, Dick, and Harry keep coming over and over and over and over again. They haven't even got any goals about where they want to be in life with their relationship. So they're going to continue to do that until it's time for them to learn their lesson. So as long as you get off the boat with them, shit. Damn, what they
say
do.
some people.
Some people learn, some people don't, man.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
But it's all about, bettering yourself and not staying in situations that you know that's going to provide that environment that your kids don't want to see.
Well,
That's real.
I showed
You know
them
what
in a
I'm
broken home.
And I mean, and the thing is we do a lot of things where we do it in front of our kids that we should keep behind
Closed doors. Yeah.
Even like back in the day, man, it was even rough for people with kids to date, especially women, because you were considered to be off the market because you had kids to tend to.
Yeah.
You couldn't do nothing else because that's basically what took your energy. Anything else, that you was giving your time to was considered wasting your time. Like even, and it wasn't like, that was considered something bad, but now it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, it shouldn't have been considered bad because you're still trying to look for a father for your kids.
Right.
But the one thing about it is you got to fix yourself so you don't go from person to person to person to person.
Right.
Because they need that structure from that one person they get that bond with. They don't need them, and that's it. They don't need them extra bonds and them extra breaking up and breaking them bonds and then building them again and all of that.
Yeah, honestly, from my own experience, like I said, when I left from my mom's crib. Now at my mom's crib, we had my grandma, my granddaddy, we had all the uncles, aunties. You know what I'm saying? Then when I went from there, I go to my dad. It's my dad, my stepmom, my stepbrother. That's the end of the line right there. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the ideal family. You feel what I'm saying? But I had more trouble coming from that aspect versus the village. Because they always say it take a village. You feel what I'm saying? So at the village, I had 59 people that whooped my ass.
Right.
But it was zero attention in the ideal family home. You know what I'm saying? So that's the perspective I'm looking at. Like that's why I'm like, well, what classifies? Because I was with the ideal family that won't shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a rough time in that motherfucker.
And see, and I mean, that's what I think, man. I think really it's about the structured environment that you put your kids in.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And that's why they say single parent house, broken household, because it's structure. The man brings structure, and the mom brings nurturing, which what the kids need, which is what the kids need. You need that balance.
Yeah, cause we straight hard balling. We fathers.
Yeah. We gonna do it that way.
Yeah,
and the mom's gonna do it that way. Yeah. And it's needed both ways.
Yeah.
Especially in boys, especially in
men
and boys. Because we got a lot of grown boys out here. You know what I'm saying?
Think they know.
They think
but they don't know.
But anyway, you know what I'm saying. But that's why it takes, man. It's not about just staying with that perfect person.
Yeah.
And thinking that that's gonna be what your kid needs. Because if it's negative environment, it's not doing them no good. But
they gonna make it damn
understand
anyway, right?
You think about the kid first, and not your own selfish thing.
Yeah.
If the kid is okay with that person, and you just mad at that person, you might want to think about it again.
Yeah, it could be you.
Yeah. And
think about how you can help your kid out.
Yeah.
First of all,
and thank
how
God
much
for
they
grace.
hurt by snatching them away from that person.
Boy, that's why I'm about to say. Thank God for grace and mercy, because I have been in there where I have had 462. Sorry, mama, 462 million uncles. I ain't know none of them niggas. you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, when uncles, you had uncles.
Hat on that hat.
Yeah. That's,
how you doing, son?
That's your uncle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but I had to put my joke in there. But but being from that lifestyle on my mom's side, I had a lot to learn. She did a lot of shit by herself. 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn a lot at a young age. And then I had my own child at a young age, my damn self. You know what I'm saying? So jumping out of there, I'm glad I did have that village, because I got to learn from 52 people. You know what I'm saying? The man I am today. I had a whole line of family on that side right there.
Right.
I'm not saying I didn't have people on my dad's side, because I did, but that was the ideal family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The mother, the father, and the kids. That was the ideal family. The only thing that was missing in there, in my opinion, God won first. You feel what I'm saying? Or it would have turned out different. That's just my opinion now that I know the leadership of the role of the household. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's hard to lead a household when a motherfucker won't let you lead it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's going to create a broken home.
Yeah.
From the jump street, based on how we raised off the Bible days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's God, man, woman, kids.
That's how it is.
That's how it's written down on stone.
That's how it's in the
It's
Bible.
not God, woman, kids, man. It's not that. You know what I'm saying?
Or God, kids,
money,
man, none of that.
Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
I get what you're saying. I mean,
I'm putting it in my own terms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
you making sense.
But it's real, because we have a lot of people out here that's saying that they're Christians and they don't follow that.
Yeah.
And you go in there and you do all this in the Bible, in the church, and every Sunday and every Wednesday, and you there, but you don't know how to. Okay.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? You niggas are crazy.
But we don't want to get on that.
Not mention to your man. You about to say,
Hey, don't.
about to go in there now. I was about to go in there.
I was gonna go.
Yeah,
I was gonna go,
now.
but I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to create enemies. But what I'm saying
but I'm gonna tell the
is,
truth about some of you hoes.
don't
Oh,
use
shit.
the Bible for your own good
Benefit,
and not
Yeah.
follow it to the T. Use it for what it's for.
And that's what it's for, man. And I always say this. I done said this in the last few episodes. The message is still the message, no matter who says it.
Yeah.
Don't turn a blind eye because the person is telling you what you need to hear.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because if I would have listened a long time ago, it's a lot of broken homes I wouldn't have created. I have created several broken homes. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it wasn't my child, I have still stood in that void for a nigga that was missing.
Yeah.
And took care of the kids or helped take care of the kids. Even when they said they do it by themselves, I was still there doing it. Being that man there 24/7, 7 days a week. And I guarantee you I can say something right now and you will be able to tell I was that man, that void.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That comes with motherfucking fucking up homes. That comes with that broken homes.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? When you get there, that destroys everything. That could have a child to relapse and be in all kind of depression. I ain't got nobody. Or sometimes, Lord forbid, even death.
Yeah.
Like kids have
No
committed
doubt.
suicide.
No doubt.
I work with a man. I'm saying RIP to him, and he passed on too. He had a motorcycle accident. He died, but he was going through some things, and you know what I'm saying. Him and his child had got into it. Child was like 13. He come home, you know what I mean, looking for his son everywhere, looking for his son. And he couldn't find him. He was in the closet. He had hung himself in the closet. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. A few weeks later, you know what I mean. Whatever that happened, he had a motorcycle accident. And he passed on. You know what I'm saying, but. That's why I take the time, no matter what it is with my kids, whether I got a woman or don't got a woman or whatever, cause I've been married and all, but I still try to take that time and tell my son, I love you. Anything you want to holler at.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel like you can talk to me, you can damn sure talk to one of them boys. You feel what I'm saying?
Real.
They'll come holler at me and tell me, hey, Bo, respect it or check it. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
real.
Yeah.
That's just my circle, though. I can't speak for everybody out there. If you don't got one like that, you need to stop with that hexagon and get you a circle. What you got on that, dude?
Man, for real, I was gonna speak on that being in the closet thing. Not that closet. No, I'm talking about what?
Oh shoot! Oh boy!
He came out of the closet?
I'm talking about
Where's we going with this?
I'm talking about the boy being in the closet. That was passed away in the closet, man.
Forgive
I
me,
used
we
to
were
have,
not joking about that.
Yeah, I wasn't
no,
joking.
no.
But the thing about that is, I used to have those kind of thoughts when I didn't think that my parents didn't love me. It wasn't even my parents. It was just because my dad wasn't there.
Yeah,
and that's what I think that they're speaking on.
I've been through that, dude. I've been through that, dude.
Yeah, and I had to realize that there's actually someone there. It's just not who you think it should be. You know what I'm saying? But God always makes a way and shows you who that person
I feel like,
no doubt.
I feel like this, and I'm saying this from my own experience. I feel like if I'm with a woman and I join the family up, I'm gonna treat all the kids the same.
As you should.
I didn't get that growing up.
Nah,
it was my dad, my stepmom, my stepbrother.
Yeah, me too, bro. That's
Antonio.
That's how I felt too.
You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even fully Antonio. I was just Tony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how I felt too.
You know what I'm saying? And my grandma and all them spoke about that. So I'm not saying nothing that people don't know right now. That's just the real deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that will play tricks on your mind. Like, damn, do the nigga love me? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I want to hear?
You know, bro, we talked about this the other day though, and that was when I was married and I had my family. I felt like I had to make it my business to have my daughter included on a lot of stuff that I did.
Indeed, bro.
I felt like she need to come up here as much as she can and spend time with this family.
Right.
Because I felt guilty, bro, from providing for my stepdaughter, even though, you know, I mean, I'm that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing that, but I'm doing that every day. You know what I'm saying? Even though I can't do that for my daughter, I really wanted to, and I felt guilty for it.
Yeah.
So, man, but some people, I guess, just don't feel that way. Man.
I don't think that's excuse. I mean, excuse me. I really think it is that, you know, as black men, especially when we done made a path, I don't think it's looked upon that we feel that way. I don't think people understand that we long for our kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, this nigga was this. I was a different man at 16 than I was at 37.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I probably was an ain't shit nigga from 16 to 22. Because I was on hardball. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't that same man no more. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids around. I want to be there. I want to, like you ain't got to tell me shit to do. I'm just going to do it. Right. I ain't always been like that.
Yeah.
And we don't live together. Some of them married. Some of them got people they fucking with. Some of them got people they lying about fucking with. But it is what it is.
I stepped on somebody's toes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still be there. Man, I'm the kind of nigga for Christmas. If I pull up with McDonald's, I know this was a thing one time. If I pull up with McDonald's and you got kids, your kids gonna have McDonald's too. That's the father I am. It's not about who kids they is. I'm that father.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying.
That's real.
I'm not gonna have no child because I done been a child that was sad as fuck because I didn't get the same thing my stepbrother got.
Yeah.
And I'm crying and I gotta go somewhere else to get that attention. And I'm staying in that house, the ideal family now.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying though. That's why I was saying about me feeling like I needed to give that to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know,
to avoid that.
But I commend you on that because that's exactly how I felt because I don't even know my other side of the family. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me feel that way because when I came around, I felt like the black sheep or like, I didn't even know who people are. You know? So
you the blackest sheep. Me too, bro.
Y'all keeping this table with a guy.
Nah. I make jokes out of it, but that's a real thing. Being a black sheep of the family is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? I got out there. I didn't listen. I did dumb shit. I got kicked out at 15. You know what I'm saying? So they already expected me to be a fuck up. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's never like, oh, he'll get there. The people that said that, they dead and gone. That was the grandmas and aunties, the one that'll lay hands on you, pray for you.
Yeah.
They don't do that shit no more. Ain't nobody praying for you no more. They just telling you that you need to get together or what you did wrong, and that's the end of that conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm on the fence with that one.
Come on, talk about that fence. Talk about that fence.
Don't
Get off of it.
break
I just painted it.
It's gonna stay up. Hey, but you know I'm down. I'm getting down. But anyway, yeah, man. But you know, I known for a black sheep of the family to get the love and nurturing they need and still be the worst person.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was some. I think. Sometimes that was because of the over indulgence. What they call it? What they call it?
Stimulation?
Like no. Like when you try to overdo something or you try to
overindulge,
make up for
lost times.
Right,
we tried.
We tried it.
Anyway.
We gonna put it right here.
Really gonna search it on somebody.
But anyway, man. That's what happens, man. I feel like a lot of that, Boy, I like to say something.
That's why I leave for it.
He called himself.
Let it go. Let it go.
But listen, man, I feel like sometimes a lot of times that's what happened, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can overdo it with your kid too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it's the proper amount of it. They need the proper amount of love and the proper amount of the go out there and find out yourself.
Yeah.
And when you come back, I still love you, but you're gonna feel that heat.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel
that still now.
You're gonna feel
yeah.
it.
Hell yeah.
And you're gonna fall on your face if you need to.
I was raised with that side of the family, and what's so crazy is it's considered a family that didn't have shit. You feel what I'm saying? But they taught me everything. You know what I'm saying? My grandma Rosie, my Uncle Liam, my Uncle Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Thee, you know what I'm saying? Algernon, all of them taught me something. You know what I mean? And I'm like I said, I always say I'm not saying my dad's side of the family didn't. Right. They did, but that was more of the Jesus side. They taught me that Jesus side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I learned from them hustlers and them go-getters
On
down
the
there
side.
by Peter Rabbits. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I got the both sides. Like, if I wouldn't have had that, man, you know what I'm saying? My brother is diminished right now over a broken home. You know what I'm saying? He still got the attitude and the disrespect right now towards my mama because of a home that was broken. That all that had to be done was told the truth about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's real.
Some people don't want to tell the truth because they don't want to open up that wound.
Yeah.
But it's better to open it up and put Vaseline in it and close it up and seal it.
Yep.
Than to just let it stay bleeding.
Better
That's
do it.
just my opinion.
Learn the hard way.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Hey man, some people have a way of dealing with things differently.
That's
real.
And they also probably have been treated differently in their past as well.
different
But,
traumas.
Yeah, I know
That's
that. I know that feeling.
yeah,
I know that feeling.
real.
I know that feeling.
But it's all about the structure, man. We live and we learn, and we got to take it a day at a time to understand what our kids need, and then provide that for them. Every time they might not need that.
Yeah.
Every time they might not need this, but sometimes they might need that. Sometimes they might need this.
I struggle with that because I'm always that. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm that straightforward daddy,
Yeah.
uncle, whatever. If I got my ass whooped for it, you ain't gonna believe what's gonna happen to you. You can get your ass whooped for it. I mean, there's no way around that.
I
You know what
struggle
I'm
with
saying?
that too.
You know, I'm old school teaching. I'm old school teaching. That's all it is. Ain't no wrong way or no right way. But if it ain't no right way, it's the wrong way.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's just my opium.
Yeah.
You know,
That's real.
ain't bullshitting. But everybody have a different opinion on that.
Of course.
I feel like these days generations, I don't give a damn what they feel. I think they feel is they don't care about a full staggered home. That's not ideal no more. That's the old school shit. We was raised by the old folk. Now we was raised by old people that stayed married till they died. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happened.
And times were better then.
Yeah,
I mean,
better then.
honestly, man, I think a lot of what happens is we forgot what we were actually doing this for. What we were actually building families for.
Right.
What are we living for?
Yeah, we build families to build communities. What communities do we have right now?
Hardly none, bro.
And the ones we have are what?
Broken.
Tore down.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the families like that.
Yeah.
There's too many. But that's what I mean, man. We got to.
We had villages.
get
Like I
back
said,
to
we
it.
had village. We had the whole streets.
Yeah.
We had the whole community. Everybody could call somebody. Alex down here playing jump across that ditch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be
That's
on
how
your
you get in
ass.
trouble
Because
every
you had
time.
Papa and Big Mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
It
why
was
we
there.
didn't need cameras right there.
Yeah. I was just saying.
Foundation.
You know what I'm saying? Cause my family going through a loss right now, and I was just saying, like, we losing so many people. It's getting down to really our generation to be able to have those families, do the family reunion. We don't even do family reunions no more.
Yeah.
Ain't no family reunion.
We
That
just
shit
said that
used to be
too.
the summer shit to see all your cousins, everybody. A family reunion.
R.I.P. Aunt Corrine. I just went to her funeral, but at the same
Yeah,
thing.
mine too, Aunt Shirley.
Yeah, same thing. I just talked about with my cousin. He's like, yo, we talk about this every time. And my first cousin, she like, yo, why do we always say we're gonna get together and it's a funeral before we see each other?
Yeah.
Like, that's
Every
gotta
time.
stop,
Yeah.
man. We gotta do better with that.
Man, we say that, man, and I'm gonna touch on this for a brief in a minute. I'm gonna get back to the show. We say that, but don't nobody do shit.
Nope.
Last time I did something, one of my family members added up in a group chat no more. We don't even talk to that nigga in a group chat no more. Straight up.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary to do shit like that,
it
bro.
is.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when we all together, somebody die, we got to do it. But the same shit gonna happen every time.
But it's all about
Yeah.
the thing about it is, man, is first of all, y'all family.
Exactly.
Right? So you already know who them people gonna be.
I know how you gonna be.
Yeah.
Right?
It don't bother me.
So you still gotta do stuff in spite of, man. And even that's I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
You still got to go chill with the family,
Yeah.
man, and spend that time and make that time for the family.
Yeah.
Man. And, you know, actually schedule it and do it, man.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make time for that bullshit.
Nah, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But the thing is, man, is when they dead and gone, they dead and gone, bro.
Right.
You know, and
Boy, I'm about to say a bad joke.
and this is the thing. You find out more stuff when they gone than you did
Sure
when
do.
you knew when they was
You
alive.
sure do.
And
Sure
it's not
do.
even just about them, it's about you.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
your family and your culture.
Yeah.
And you got to
Yeah.
know about your history if you're going to change anything.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
point of it.
Yeah.
You always, that's why it's the point of knowing your family history, knowing your family tree.
Yeah.
And the point of it all.
And they try to keep it tight knit
It's a,
somewhere, you
yeah,
know.
it's
They
a
don't want
reason
to-
why they erasing your family history, man.
Yeah.
And then they getting you to put your stuff in ancestry.com.
Ancestry.com, yeah.
And they, so they can share it with everybody across the
yeah.
world and
Hey, man.
get you whatever they gonna
Knocked
do.
off.
Yeah,
Two.
you know what I'm saying. But come on, y'all, let's do better as a
Yeah.
community, as a black
I'm gonna
community.
say like this to all the viewers, listeners, subscribers, likers, fans, family members,
Yeah.
fellow people coming. If you got a family, you don't know what to do with it. You need to get it right,
Yeah.
or you can do one thing: take your ass on, but still handle your business.
That's real.
Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
It's coming from 3 men that ain't guessing. We not telling nobody
Been
else
through it.
stories. We telling our own.
Yeah,
From childhood on up.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you
to
something.
this day.
I'm trying to tell you something.
To this day.
Some of my best work I have done has been in a family. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of my worst work I have done have been in a
Yeah.
family. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all in what you make of it. But I can tell you right now, not name one of them. Not name one of them.
Bitch, you don't know now, nigga.
Not name one gonna tell you, son, they daddy ain't a bad motherfucker. I ain't shy when you turn, you know what I'm saying? Because I was taught by that. You know what I'm saying? My dad taught me that. My Uncle Glenn taught me that. My granddaddy taught me that. My grandmama, Lula,
baby boy.
Elizabeth Hemingway, Rosie Lee
52 of
James, all of them.
Yeah.
From the list on down have taught me something on how to do it. Now, did they struggle with it? Indeed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
of
was
course.
it instilled in me? Oh, indeed.
Oh, yeah,
indeed.
that's real.
You gotta put that Bible into the affection of the correction. You know what I'm saying?
He crazy.
The affection of the correction. No. You gotta have God in it, man. And I didn't know that having a family. I didn't know that having a family. You know what I'm saying? We struggle with some things as a black society, and I can speak for myself. Praying together and all that stuff, it was like an every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'll give leeway for something else to come, for the devil to come in to attack. He ain't got no power. But when he's not being rebuked, he'll have all the power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a true saying, man. Family
I'm
that
just
prays
being
together
real.
stays together.
It
That's
sure
real.
do.
That's real.
It sure do,
Because
bro.
y'all believing in that same one thing, and that's God. That's that power.
And that's one thing that they don't do anymore too. Coming together on Sundays, even without church, at least come together, you know, and fellowship with your family, man. So
Yeah,
you know,
used to
y'all can
be.
release that energy with each other and talk about what you went through the whole day and all that, man.
Man, I
Some
don't want to know
people
nothing
need
about
that
they
release.
did. Some of them ain't did nothing but the
See
same
that?
thing.
See?
And I'm
See,
just joking, bro.
my thing is this though. I don't think. I mean, everything is good in moderation. So I don't think that's
yeah.
got to be something that's done all the time.
No,
But
I
it's
get what you're
some.
saying, dude.
It's, no. I'm not saying that. No. No, I'm not saying that. I'm
Trying
just
to put
giving.
up
I'm
my
just. I'm just giving the word, man. I'm just saying, like sometimes you need family around you to give you that boost, man. You never realize it
Yeah.
until you actually get around them, and then you like, dang, man, I miss
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah,
Like, I had a
yeah,
good
yeah.
time with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love my family.
And then I'm ready to get it right on back to
Love
Durham.
y'all.
I love y'all too,
Already
but
know.
when I gotta go, I gotta go.
Yeah, you
The song
already
said I
know.
go if I have to go by myself. Who gonna
Oh
keep?
Lord, you.
We gonna run that back.
Yeah,
that was hard.
We doing that.
You know my throat kind of dry.
Nah, it was me. You know I do it from time to time.
Yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, Marlon Wayans made a good point, man. It was a billion of them. You know what I mean? And like he said, man, his parents stayed in there through everything, through the whole shebang, you know what I'm saying, and raised millionaires. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And his testimony, his story, man, and what he been through, man, it was interesting to me because he got the comedic feel to it. He laugh about it and still keep it real. You know what I'm saying? My advice from Backyard Comedy, as Tonio, you know, hold yourself down, hold your family down, regardless of anything, man. If you feel like it's not gonna work, I would not tell you to stay there. If you're married, I would tell you to try to work your marriage out and do the best you can. But I know from experience, sometimes you gotta know when to leave well enough to hell alone. If it ain't working, it ain't working. You're not gonna be able to keep a steady household and keep it popping if it ain't working. It's not gonna work. I mean, if it ain't working, it ain't working.
That's true, man. But the thing about that is we give up too fast.
Yeah.
And,
I did 9 years. Is that too fast?
Yeah, because we don't do the right things.
I should have went 19, huh?
No, because we say that, but everything is a work in progress.
Oh yeah,
you can. If you in that marriage, it can be fixed.
It can be,
real.
but it gotta be on both sides.
But
Yeah.
like you say, it's got to be on both sides, and you got to actually take the steps and get the help that you actually need to do it.
You gotta work. Both of y'all gotta work on self.
Got to work.
That nigga just told me I won't shit. Yeah,
They
until you get
intelligently.
tired.
I got tired. I got tired, and some of them got tired. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the old folk told me you get tired of being sick and tired.
But that's what. But Big Mama and Papa, it wasn't always flowers for them. It wasn't working for them all the time. But guess what they did? They stuck through it for what? For us. For their kids, for their grandkids, because they knew what stability and foundation it would provide for everybody that's coming down the road.
You right about that, Bo.
That's the
You right about that,
we
Bo.
got to do it,
You
man.
ain't telling no lie.
Indeed.
But we went through that thing now.
Yeah, we
ain't lying. Anything you got on that do?
I was gonna say something else, but it's gonna keep the
Nah,
wheel
go ahead,
turning,
bro. It's all
man.
right.
I was gonna say more so. It's like now. It's like building a broken home is a sport, bro. Like to me, I see a lot of women. I don't mean to judge nobody, but a lot of women,
you tell like it is
women, they want to create a broken home so they can get
a baby or something.
Stability and benefits and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they feel like that's the thing, but that's where they were raised from.
Well, yeah, man. It's a cultivated culture. It's a cultivated culture. That was the beginning, and now it's all about being independent. We raise our young daughters to be independent.
Right,
we raise them
most
to go
definitely.
and get the most money as you can. So now it's a lot of the young girls that are actually going to college and getting this bag, and a lot of young men haven't made it there yet. You know what I'm saying? So now they're looking down on a lot of the young men, or a lot of the men that have made there. But the thing is they shouldn't do that because we work a lot with our hands,
Right.
more so than a college degree. So you got to weigh your options. You got to know what you're doing out there, people.
Yeah, you sure do. Because we came from an era of hard times and trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we had learned, very unfortunate, but we learned a hard way.
Yeah.
We was taught by hard love. You know what I'm saying? And thank God. I thank God for that. I would never take that from my life because if I didn't have that, I'd probably be a different type of person. I ain't lying to you. Yeah. Especially with this ADHD I got in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for being raised by the men and women because they sacrificed, they hustled, they kept that family good, and they did everything they needed to do.
Yep.
And I ain't mad at them. Anything you got on that, Skis?
Nah, man, just do what you got to do for your kids, man. For your kids.
Yeah.
Take yourself out of the situation and look, what would my kid be? How would they flourish in the future?
Yeah.
Would they be happy? How would they feel, man?
Yeah.
Will it
That's
make
real
them
talk.
better or worse?
Yeah.
But
One thing I gotta say about the man that ended up is
I don't think I asked him.
I'm messing with you, bro. I thought you gotta go there, bro. My
I'm
bad,
gonna come
man.
back around that corner. You know I am.
My bad. But I was gonna say, man, if you feel like you have a broken home or if it does exist, still be there. You know what I'm saying? As a dad, I don't care
as a
what's
father.
going on. Yeah, father.
Yeah.
I don't care if y'all don't like each other. Be there. Set a time. If you got to put the court system in it, do what you got to do.
Oh, trust me, I know the law and
We done been
tribulations.
down that
But you still got to instill
gotta
that
do what you gotta
love. Don't do it out of spite.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Yeah.
genuine because your children will know. Tell them.
Yeah,
for
be
sure.
there, man.
Stop hitting the tape.
My bad, man.
Yeah, you definitely got to be there, and from my last word up out of there, from a man that came through as a very young adolescent. I didn't want to listen to nothing. I didn't care about none of them laws and regulations until my black ass got in handcuffs over it.
Yeah.
And it'll make you learn.
It will.
Fast,
Learn
too.
real quick.
You know what I'm saying? And be there the best you can. You know what I'm saying? Brother family or not, brother together with the moms or not, whether you with somebody else and taking care of their kids or not, man, just be there.
Do your best.
Because them kids will never forget that.
Never.
Because I never forgot it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say about that, man. Y'all done on that?
We good.
Hey, man, this episode has been brought to you by Real Demand TV. We streaming in 172 countries right now. Make sure y'all tap that in there.
Sure.
Also brought to you by Forward Motion, the life coach by Mr. Julius Rowe. Holding it down. If you know anybody that need that's going through any kind of substance abuse or just need somebody to talk to, get some healing started, reach out to that man right there. Make sure you hit us up at backyardcomedy3@gmail.com. We would like to hear from y'all to get everything situated and niggerated. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord. He's trying to get us canceled. You have to block that out.
Don't block that out. Don't block it out.
He gonna block that out.
Tap in with us. We want to hear from y'all. As y'all see, we got the jokes going. We keep it popping.
Oh, yeah.
As always, I got my boy. Oh, excuse me, baby. Please hit it, baby.
You already know it.
That really dooley I got beside me.
I'm really beside you.
I'm your boy Vocus 26. Y'all already know time is a precious thing to waste, so don't waste it. But not watching Backyard Comedy. We appreciate y'all and we love y'all.